In 2019, WeWork was valued at $47 billion. 6 weeks later, it nearly collapsed. This is the story of the fastest corporate implosion in modern history. It began with two ambitious entrepreneurs and a radical vision. Adam Neumann grew up on an Israeli kibbutz, dreaming of changing the world. Miguel McKelvey was an architect who believed workspace could transform society. In 2008, they launched Green Desk, an eco-friendly co-working space in Brooklyn. But Neumann had bigger ambitions than just green offices. In 2010, they sold Green Desk and founded WeWork. Their first location was a cramped floor in a Manhattan building. Neumann promised more than office space. He promised community, purpose, meaning. Millennials embraced the vision. Traditional offices felt outdated and isolated. WeWork grew from one location to 50 in just 3 years. Neumann became the face of the company, preaching a gospel of disruption. "We are a community company committed to maximum global impact," he declared. Investors fell for the vision. SoftBank led a massive funding round. By 2017, WeWork was valued at $20 billion. The company expanded beyond co-working into apartments, schools, even spiritual wellness. Neumann spoke of elevating the world's consciousness through real estate. Behind the scenes, the numbers told a different story. WeWork was bleeding money. Every dollar of revenue cost them $2. The business model was fundamentally flawed. Long leases, short memberships. But Neumann convinced everyone they weren't a real estate company. "We're a technology company," he insisted, despite owning no proprietary technology. Meanwhile, Neumann's lifestyle became increasingly extravagant and erratic. He bought buildings, then leased them back to WeWork at premium rates. Employees watched their CEO's behavior with growing concern and disillusion. Stories emerged of drinking, partying, and increasingly bizarre decision-making. Neumann renamed the company the We Company to reflect broader ambitions. He appointed his wife Rebecca as Chief Brand Officer, despite lacking qualifications. The company culture became a personality cult centered on the Neumanns. In 2019, WeWork filed to go public, requiring full financial disclosure. The S-1 document revealed the shocking truth about WeWork's finances. Potential investors were horrified by the company's lack of profitability. The media began investigating Neumann's conflicts of interest and erratic behavior. WeWork's valuation plummeted from $47 billion to $8 billion overnight. The IPO roadshow was a disaster. Investors walked out of presentations. Employees watched their stock options become worthless paper. Major investors demanded Neumann's immediate resignation as CEO. On September 24th, Adam Neumann stepped down as chief executive. WeWork postponed its IPO indefinitely, admitting the company wasn't ready. SoftBank launched a desperate bailout to prevent complete collapse. The rescue came at a brutal price: mass layoffs across the company. 2,500 people lost their jobs in a single devastating week. Neumann walked away with a billion-dollar golden parachute package. The man who destroyed thousands of jobs became even wealthier. WeWork's remaining locations struggled to stay operational and relevant. The COVID pandemic dealt another crushing blow to shared workspace demand. Former employees struggled to find work, their R2 Sumptius tainted by association. Investors who believed in the vision lost billions in the wreckage. The shared workspace industry itself was permanently damaged by WeWork's failure. In 2021, WeWork finally went public through a SPAC deal. The company was valued at just $9 billion, a fraction of its peak. Adam Neumann started new ventures, seemingly unaffected by the destruction he caused. Meanwhile, thousands of former employees still struggled with career recovery. The WeWork story became a cautionary tale of unchecked ambition. It exposed how charismatic leaders can mask fundamental business flaws. Investors learned the hard way that vision without substance is just illusion. The rise and fall of WeWork changed Silicon Valley forever. A $7 billion dream became a nightmare that destroyed thousands of lives. WeWork collapsed because charisma was mistaken for competence, and vision substituted for viable business fundamentals. The company's meteoric rise masked basic mathematical realities. You cannot indefinitely spend $2 for every dollar earned. Today's business leaders must remember that sustainable success requires more than inspirational speeches and ambitious dreams. No amount of storytelling can overcome flawed unit economics. When evaluating opportunities, look beyond the narrative to the numbers. The most dangerous leaders are often the most convincing ones.